What if I told you this power has already been tested and proven for over 2,000 years? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share 12 ancient Stoic principles that are more relevant today than ever before. These aren't just philosophical ideas, they're practical tools used by some of the world's most successful people, from Marcus Aurelius to modern CEOs and athletes. The best part? You can start applying these principles today, no matter where you are in life. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges, seeking greater mental resilience, looking to take control of your emotions, or simply want to find more peace in a chaotic world, these 12 powerful Stoic lessons will show you how. But first, let's understand something the ancient Stoics knew that most people today forget. True strength isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about facing them with the right mindset. Are you ready to develop mental resilience that can weather any storm? Let's begin. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring something truly transformative, 12 powerful Stoic lessons that can build unshakable mental resilience. These aren't just ancient philosophical concepts. They're practical tools for modern life. Before we dive in, understand this. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or being cold and unfeeling. It's about developing inner strength and wisdom to navigate life's challenges with grace. Let's explore these powerful lessons. Lesson 1. Control what you can, accept what you can't. Let's start with the most fundamental Stoic principle. Imagine your life as a circle with two zones. Things you can control and things you can't. Your thoughts, actions, responses, and efforts. Those are in your control. Other people's opinions, the weather, global events, those aren't. Think about it like this. If you're stuck in traffic, you can't control the number of cars on the road, but you can control your response to the situation. You can use the time to listen to an audiobook, practice deep breathing, or plan your day. This shift in focus from the uncontrollable to the controllable is your first step toward mental freedom. Real-life application. When facing any challenging situation, pause and ask yourself, what aspects of this can I actually control? Then direct all your energy toward those elements. Lesson 2. The gap between event and response. There's a crucial space between when something happens and how we react to it. This gap might be tiny, maybe just a fraction of a second, but it's where our power lies. When someone cuts you off in traffic, there's that moment before you react. That's your opportunity to choose wisdom over impulse. Think of this gap as your superpower. It's like having a pause button on your automatic reactions. The more you practice using this pause, the larger the gap becomes, and the more control you have over your responses. Practice this. Next time something triggers you, take a deep breath before responding. Just that single breath can be enough to change your reaction from automatic to intentional. Lesson 3. Negative visualization. This might sound pessimistic, but stay with me. The Stoics practiced regularly imagining losing the things they valued. Your job, your home, your health. What if they were gone tomorrow? This isn't about being negative. It's about developing profound gratitude and preparation. When you imagine losing something, two powerful things happen. First, you appreciate what you have more deeply. Second, you become better prepared for life's challenges. It's like building an emotional immune system. Try this each morning. Spend a moment imagining your life without something you value. Then notice how this changes your appreciation for it throughout the day. These Stoic principles aren't just philosophical ideas. They're practical tools for building mental strength. Start with one lesson that resonates most with you. Practice it daily. Let it become part of how you think and respond to life. Remember, the goal isn't to become emotionless or detached. It's to develop the mental resilience to handle whatever life throws at you with wisdom, grace, and inner strength. Lesson 4. The present moment is all we have. Marcus Aurelius said, "Time is like a river. Think about that for a moment. The past is gone, we can't change it. The future hasn't arrived, we can't control it. All we truly have is this present moment." Here's the thing about the present moment. It's where all your power lies. You can't change what happened yesterday, and you can't control what happens tomorrow, but you can act with purpose right now. Try this exercise. When you're doing something simple like drinking water, Focus entirely on that experience. Feel the glass in your hand. Notice the temperature of the water. Experience each sensation. This simple practice strengthens your ability to stay present. Lesson 5. Turn obstacles into opportunities. Every obstacle in your path can become a stepping stone to something greater. That difficult project at work is teaching you problem-solving skills. That challenging relationship, it's developing your patience and communication abilities. The Stoics had a powerful metaphor for this. Fire makes everything it touches more like itself. Just as fire transforms what it encounters, obstacles can transform us if we let them. Real-world example. When the pandemic forced businesses to close their physical locations, many transformed their obstacles into opportunities by developing online services. The obstacle became the way. Lesson 6. Character over reputation. In our social media age, this lesson is more crucial than ever. Your reputation is what others think of you, something you can't control. Your character is who you actually are, something entirely within your control. Think of character as the root system of a tree and reputation as its shadow. The shadow might change based on where the sun is, but the roots, your true character, remain constant. Daily practice. Before making decisions, ask yourself, am I doing this for appearances, or am I doing this because it aligns with my values? Lesson 7. The discipline of perception. Everything we experience goes through the filter of our perception. Two people can face the exact same situation and have completely different experiences. Why? Because of how they choose to see it. This isn't about positive thinking, it's about accurate thinking. It's about seeing things as they are, not better or worse. Try this. When facing a challenging situation, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What are the bare facts, stripped of my interpretations? 2. What assumptions am I making? 3. What's another way to view this? Lesson 8. Memento mori. Remember you must die. Sounds dark, right? But this reminder isn't about being morbid. It's about living fully. When we truly understand that our time is limited, we make better choices about how we spend it. Think about it like this. If you had a bank account that deposited $86,400 every morning but deleted whatever you didn't use that day, how would you use it? Well, you get 86,400 seconds every day. How are you using them? Daily reflection. Ask yourself, if this was my last day, would I be proud of how I'm spending it? Lesson 9. Self-discipline as freedom. Here's a paradox. True freedom comes through discipline. Think about it, the person who can't control their impulses isn't free. They're a slave to their desires. Every time you choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you're building freedom. It's like working out, each rep builds strength. Each act of discipline builds personal freedom. Practice this. Start with small acts of self-discipline. Maybe it's making your bed every morning or avoiding social media until noon. Build from there. Lesson 10. The power of morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. The Stoics knew this, and they practiced morning reflection to prepare themselves for whatever the day might bring. Your morning routine doesn't need to be elaborate. What matters is that it's intentional. It's about creating space to set your mind right before the day's chaos begins. Simple morning practice. Express gratitude for 3 things. Review your core values. Set your top priorities for the day. Lesson 11. Focus on process over outcome. You can't control whether you win, but you can control how you play the game. When you focus on the process, the daily actions, the consistent effort, the results tend to take care of themselves. Think of it like growing a garden. You can't control exactly when each plant will bloom, but you can control the watering, the weeding, the daily care. Focus on those actions and the garden will grow. Daily reminder. Ask yourself, did I do what I could today? Did I control what was in my power? Lesson 12. Amor fati. This is perhaps the ultimate Stoic lesson. Not just accepting what happens, but loving it. Whatever happens is an opportunity for growth, learning, or showing virtue. This doesn't mean being passive. It means accepting reality as it is, then working with it rather than against it. like a sailor who accepts the wind's direction and adjusts their sails accordingly. Practice this. When something unwanted happens, ask yourself, how can I use this? What opportunity lies within this challenge? These 12 lessons aren't just philosophical ideas. They're practical tools for building mental strength. Start with one that resonates most with you. Practice it daily. Let it become part of how you think and respond to life. Remember, the goal isn't to become emotionless or detached. It's to develop the mental resilience to handle whatever life throws at you with wisdom, grace, and inner strength. Share in the comments which lesson speaks to you most and how you plan to implement it in your life. Don't forget to subscribe for more practical ancient wisdom in modern life. Stay strong, stay wise, and stay stoic.